For thousands of years, our people have not only survived, but they have thrived on this great land. Mother Nature has given us all the resources we need to connect with our spirit, our mind, and the land. The tree on the jersey represents the birthing tree used by our people for generations. This year we honour our mothers and the women in our lives that give us everything. Nachatang Nunga, to the mother.
To do, mate, it really means a lot to me because I've done it with my kids, my daughters, and their mothers. That's the words can I explain. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one this year. Most proud of it.
We brainstorm every year with the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players in our squad, and a big thing we wanted to do this year was have the birthing tree on the jersey, which symbolises, our mother, who's a very special person in all of our lives. We've got all of our totems, which make up the trunk of the birthing tree, which connect us all together. The river represents, all of our individual journeys. As you can tell, they're all different shapes and sizes.
A tree is obviously a massive thing, in Mother Earth, and gives us oxygen to breathe, and I think it's a great way for our totems to sit.
The red and green symbolises South being a part of the tree. We're a foundation club. We go deep in the roots of the game of rugby league, so us as players, being a part of this club, being a part of the game, just goes to show our connection with the sport and our culture.
But that's the one thing I love about South. They embrace all our Indigenous people. Not only Aboriginal people, you got all the Islanders and all that too, and the non-Indigenous there. And to them gel like that, that's priceless. That's what we want. That's what all Aboriginal people want to be treated fairly.
Yeah, it was a special moment coming out here today with Uncle Dean, just learning about the little things in life, learning about who we are, to never change, and just to be the same that we always are, no matter who you're around. Just to learn about the river, the culture out here, and like the tree that sits on the rock. If one thing's not there, it all falls apart basically. So it's all about having the right ratio and connecting.
The jersey also signifies Mother Nature, where our people have survived for thousands and thousands of years. Uncle Dean Kelly spoke about the bush area, and this area that we're in is our Bunnings, our Coles, our Woolies. So our old people used to live off this land, and it supplied our people with survival tips and food and everything, and shelter to survive in. It's such a significant part in Aboriginal culture that we lived off the land.
Yeah, it's a great gift that we have here and in nature, and yeah, it just spoke about opening our eyes to what's out there and listening to nature, and I think it was a great way of telling a story, of obviously the father tree, and then the woman being in the rock and holding that foundation, and that's what our women are. They're strong, and that's what we where we come from.
There is no separation with the land and its people. It's a part of our identity. The tree is our brother, the rock is our sister, and the water is the blood in our veins.
The jersey is made up of 5 totems, mine being the Goanna, which is north part of New South Wales from the Bundjalung Nation and connected through the Wallaby tribe, which is Western New South Wales or Western Bundjalung.
Probably a special one as well, like first time ever having my input in a Indigenous jersey. So my totem's a black-tailed kangaroo. It sits at the bottom of the birthing tree that's on our jumpers. Just represents all of us that are together in Mackay and just who we are.
My totem's a crocodile. My family comes from the Katal clan in Saibai Island. That's on my mother's side, and yeah, so crocodile's been a big part of my family's life.
So my totem is a whale. I'm a proud Bidjigal man. So mine is mainly Laparoos to South Coast.
I've got the shark on there that represents my father's tribe, and then the goanna, with my mum. And my mum's a strong woman, strong, independent woman as well. If she's strong-moraled, she's strong-minded, and yeah, she's got a real great you know, head on her shoulders. She's obviously brought 3 boys up at a young age, and yeah, she's but meant everything to me. She's gotten me through a lot of things, you know, and still today I ring her every day and ask her how she's going and what she's doing, and you know, which is the best part. And yeah, but my mum's been a great role model in my life and got me to where I am today, and obviously my family values lie with her.
My mother's played a big part in my life and my footy career. Obviously, when I was young, her taking me everywhere to games, and that's obviously where my culture comes from as well. My mum's very proud Indigenous woman, and I love her to bits, and yeah, she does everything for me, and yeah, so when I wear this jersey, I wear it for her especially.
Both my parents have been there right through my career. My mum's a proud Australian woman, and my dad's a proud Aboriginal man, so just what they've taught me in life is just to be who I am, and you never know unless you try, have a go at things. So they've had a big influence on me and just about me connecting with myself and other people around me.
She played a very big role in my upbringing. She's gone now, but mother's everything to me. Even seeing my wife, what she's doing, and I take my hat off to her.
You know, our mother, who's a very special person in all of our lives. And if I'm talking about me personally, she's been a driving figure in my life throughout my career, and it's quite fitting that we're in her country now doing this video. And yeah, I think it's pretty well documented. I lost my mum about three to 4 years ago, so she was a powerful figure in my life. One of the support networks that I cherish very dearly. She was my counsellor, my taxi in the early stages of my career. Anything that was needed, I could always rely on her. So she was pretty much the backbone in our family, and she got things done. And she was the person that we'd all lean on. All of my brothers leant on when times got tough or we needed someone to talk to. She was the #1 person.
My mother and my nans have been a massive part in my life through not just my sporting career but also off the field. Auntie Gina's a big influence in my life. I still write her name on my wrist every time I go out and play, and you know, she's my why. She's the reason why I try so hard every day to be the best, and yeah, it's pretty special to be able to represent her. You know, unfortunately we did lose her last year, but you know, I could probably dedicate this round to her. You know, she was a very proud Aboriginal lady, and she was always there through LATRELL or to Kensington Footy Club, and you know, she's very well respected down there, and yeah, it'd be good if she was here, but she's not, so I'm sure my family will be waiting and watching over us.
It's obviously a great, you know, initiative for my family and her, and I think she'd be really proud of, you know, this and obviously the heritage behind it, and you know, the story behind it as well. Indigenous
Round for me stands for, or means, is we get to represent our family, our last names, and represent, you know, where we're from, the storylines that are connected through our family, that goes on for thousands and thousands of years, but also highlights what wonderful things our people have done in the game of rugby league, and puts it on and gets us out there and do something we really love.
To make them feel at home, and then for them to run on that field with this beautiful club, that's all, and say no more after that, you know, like the rest is history, you know, like that's all I want to see, them with their pride, their chest out, and playing for this wonderful club.
You know, seeing all the big boys like GI, codes and that run out in these jerseys, and you know, for myself to be able to do it, hopefully this year, so it's going to be a big milestone in my career, and I can't wait for it.
People ask, how old is Aboriginal culture? It's not old, it's ancient.